Yo, yo, winter arc Wednesday. What's that mean? I am in my winter arc. Type of mesocycle I did was incentive based, which is I'm doing what I hate first so I can earn to do the movements that I love. And in this video, I'll be going over the workouts that I'm using for my Wednesday on my 5 to 6 week mesocycle, which is just your workout program for my winter arc. I'm not trying to teach a science class here, but I am going to talk about your eccentric and concentric movements as well as hitting that stretch position because I really care about people getting banged up, getting snapped up. I want to explain to you why I chose these movements, how I do these movements, my opinion. You do you, but I am explaining how to get around getting busted up. It's usually always the same thing, but hey, I'll say it over and over again if it gets inside of one person's head so that they don't end up getting busted up because of other people they've watched online. Let them do them, I'm telling you, especially younger guys. Like, there's a lot to be learned, and you'll get big, man. All right. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Let me just... Yo, yo, my name's Juan Gonzalez, just another gym guy, and I ain't certified in a goddamn thing. As you see, I don't have the dream build, but I'm working towards it. Now let's talk about this winter arc. Real quick, on Wednesday, I'm starting out with Smith Machine Good Mornings. I have never done this movement before. In fact, it's kind of a scary movement to me. I don't know why, just a lot of those like isolations that are really hitting your lower back. They scare me because I've usually had bad form or problems with building form for lower back movements. I do have some that I go to that work for me, but this one is a new one. So I'm only loading the bar with 65 pounds and I'm practicing the form. Now, let me tell you something. I'm at the end of my first week, so I've actually already done this movement. I'm glad that I chose it because in the movement, I felt like, man, this is some baby weight or whatever. Man, let me tell you, my hamstrings were screaming the next day. So it didn't matter. That's the point. You ain't got to fucking load these bars, man. Especially when you're learning a movement. There's so many nuances to learning a movement. Like, it's not just like, yeah, you can do it. But trust me, if you give a full cycle, if you give 2 cycles, like 5 to 6 weeks with a new movement, by the end of it, you're going to feel like you've mastered it. Like, there's definitely a different technique to it. Even if outward looking in looks like it's the same. No, you're like holding yourself different. Believe me. So anyways, I chose Good Mornings. I chose Good Mornings because they were a new one. I wanted to try them, and I needed a freaking hamstring workout. Threw those in there and followed the rules that I saw online, so hopefully it's pretty close. You want to keep your chest up, tilt that booty backwards, and go down till you really feel a stretch in your hamstrings, and then boom, back up. As always, your upward movements want to be quicker, your downward movements want to be a little slower. That's my opinion. I think in science they're like, it doesn't really matter that much, but that's just how I do it. Try to keep it consistent. Any way that you are doing it, whether it's fast up, fast down, well, always control it on the way down, because that's Snap City. But any way you do it, just do it all the time that way. That way you can at least like see like, okay, I did 6 this week, I'm gonna do 7 that week, whatever. Data tracking. You want to keep it consistent with who the fuck you are. So I'm just telling you how I do in movement. But yeah, so slow, down, feel the stretch, up. That's how I kept it going. What can happen if you throw too much weight, especially on this movement? You can get snapped up in your back, you can get snapped up in your hamstrings. I don't know why I said that this was just a lower back. I guess in my mind, it makes me feel like it's a lower back movement. That's how I started talking about this. It's really for your hamstrings, but throw too much weight on there, you tell me how your back's feeling. You know what I mean? Do the wrong form on this one, you tell me how your back's feeling. So yeah, your back can get jacked up. You can get Snap City on that. You don't want to mess your back up. I mean, you don't want to mess anything up. And then your hamstrings get popped off, ripped. So be careful. Do what I'm doing. Well, you do you, but I suggest if you're new at it, go low weight, get the form going. Why? Bad form plus heavy weight equals Snap City. All right, on to the next one. I've mentioned this in my other videos, which it would be odd if you just jumped to a Wednesday video, but I'm running things in circuits of 3 or 4 workouts because I have time constraints. So then, I am real quick, I'll just say so I'm doing these Good Mornings and I'm hopping into ab workouts, which I'm doing decline twists, slant board leg lifts, which are decline leg lifts, and then decline heel touches. I've already explained some of these movements in other videos, so I'll probably just reuse my video, but I'll still go over them. So on the decline twists, I'm doing them weighted. You should start these with no weight, obviously, if it's your first time in your building form, but I'm starting weighted. I'm doing my first concentric movement. I get concentric and eccentric like mixed up. So if I mess those up, I'm just trying to sound smart. Your first upward movement. Screw all that, man.
Bro science, you're going up, you're going down.
On my first upward movement, I'm doing it like a sit-up just to get in position, keeping my back straight, and then I'm going down and I'm twisting to side to side. So it's like one. While you're going up, yeah, like that's where I feel like I'm trying to get speed out of it. It might not look like it because like these are not the easiest things in the world to do. I'm doing less weight once you hit the weighted classes. I'm doing less weight than I do with just your standard decline sit-up because these are heavier. And essentially, if you're doing 10 of these, it's almost like you're doing 20, and you are also still hitting that center bit, you know what I mean? Filling in the obliques. You want to stay in control. You don't want to throw too much weight on this one. That's the important part. You want to come up with a little bit of speed. You want to go down slowly. My opinion, but I'm sharing it. It's best if you don't like relax at the bottom, I guess. You don't want to lay on something. You want to just kind of, I like to get into a groove with it. I feel like it starts to burn more and I feel it more. That being said, it's usually a lower rep movement for me. So like maybe 10 on each side. How could you mess this up? As I said in my other video, with any of these decline movements for abs, I feel like it's very easy to get a hernia. It's very easy to get something ripped up if you're being dumb about it. If you're up top and you load with more loads than you should have. That's why I start from the bottom. I load at the bottom and then I'm coming up. So if on that first sit up before I even start doing the twist, that weight feels too heavy, it's going to feel 10 times worse when you're doing the twist. You get what I'm saying? If you load up top, have someone hand you the weight or you have it up there or something, you can get surprised on what's happening. You get what I'm saying? Like you just start going down and you're trying to be macho or trying to hold it still and it's just too much weight. There's no point in messing with too much weight. That will rip you up. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I mean, you do you. But like I'm saying, please don't do it. Twist, then we got slant forward leg lifts. So just flip around and it's just like your normal leg lifts. You want to make sure that you're using this area. You're not just like using your legs for the movement. So you should feel you're using your lower abs in this movement. And you want to take advantage that you're on the slant board. So you don't want to just go up here. You want to go down. You know what I'm saying? And take advantage of that and keep going. Surprisingly, I could do like a million leg lifts, but then when it comes to these slanted ones, they get me. If you're going to add weight to this, which I have not added weight to this, but I can see that being something that I do down the line, maybe even next mesocycle. Same thing as everything else. Take your time with it. You can't get ripped up. You can't get tore up. Then I do decline heel touches. So I flip back around, put my legs in that thing, or, you know, like in the decline bench where your legs can go. And I sit up a little, which activates my abs, and then I start reaching for the sides. So that's how I do that one. You really feel in your obliques, they start burning. Same as all the other ab movements. If you're not in control, if you have something that you're weighing this with, you can get hurt. So just be careful, guys. So that's my first circuit, which I repeat for however many sets. And then jump into my next one, which is dumbbell press incline. So then we do chest, baby. Dumbbell press incline, press flies, incline. No, it's not chest. No, it's Wednesday. It's shoulders. It's delts. My bad. Dumbbell press, as in these guys, and dumbbell lateral incline. That's where you're laying on your chest and you're working your rear delts. And then finally, regular lateral raises. So then with the dumbbell press, this is another one of those movements for the soul. I never want to have the seat straight forward. I want to have it slanted slightly back. Warm up with this one, I would definitely suggest. So do like half the weight you're going to work with or a third of the weight for 12 reps. Then 8 reps slightly higher, then see how that working weight feels with 4 reps. If by that time it ain't feeling too good, I would do a lower weight for that day. This movement in itself is not the king of delt movements, although you see everyone doing it. All right? There's a lot of stuff going on when you're picking up the weights like that. This is more one to make you feel like a gorilla. I don't know, like a beast mode. So I threw it in there. I haven't done it in a while. It's fun. I'll be building up every week, and by whatever week, I'm sure I'll be tossing around 80s. But yeah, so you want to feel the stretch, so you want to come down. Like if you're a little halfway boy, I don't know, man. I mean, that'll build you something over time, but like feel that stretch, baby, and then go. Trust me, that'll keep your joints better longer. What's that mean? You're not going to be able to jump on there with the same weight that you do this. Like if you're doing this right now and you're doing like 70s, you are not going to be doing this with the 70s, and that's cool. Just drop weight, progressively overload till you get back to the 70s, but do your form right. Feel that stretch. So you're going to feel that stretch, push up quickly, and then control it on the way down. That stretch will keep you living, so will that warm up. Other than that, yeah, you see people get banged up with this one. They have homeboys handing them the heaviest weights on the planet, whatever. Your shoulders feel like they can take a lot of load until they rip. A delt tear is nothing to be played with, messed with, taken for granted, because they will tear. And then on to the next one. So laying on my stomach. This one's a little bit tricky. If you're used to lifting and kind of feeling the muscles getting activated, though, you'll get it. So you lay on your stomach, and it's not an exact straight fly back. They call them Ys, but I also feel like if you go too high, you're not feeling on your delt either. You yourself, I would say, like within the first few reps, or if you're getting used to this movement, really feel it out. Feel the movement. Memorize where you're higher laying and how you're moving it, and you can get some really good rear delt burns on this one. It's the same as everything else, control it on the way down, pop it up, control it, pop it up. That's how I do it. There's no true stretch in this for me. It's probably not an optimal movement for science, but shit, it works for my rear delts. I don't know. But yeah, so your rear delts, you can mess this up too, but it would be really I don't see why you would try to do heavy weight. You want a lighter weight for this one because the rear delts tend to take a lighter weight than any of my other delt movements. You get what I'm saying? So that's that. And then lateral raises, everybody's favorite. Woo, a million ways to do them. I'm just doing standard ones, sitting down. And that's about it to it. So lateral raise, you really want to come up to here because when you're down here, you're just, there's no weight, there's nothing happening. So you can either go above and beyond, or you can come here, and just boom, there you go. Same thing with lateral raises. You could tear a delt, or really you could hurt your joints. It's more of a joint mess up situation, I would say, than tears. Probably the same with the rear delt. If you load these too heavy before you're ready for it, your joints are going to hurt. If you're not warming up, if you don't have just good form that works for your body, you're going to rip a delt, bruh. And that's it. That rounds out my Wednesday winter arc cycle. Now, I have a full video that talks about how I planned out this meso. Makes it make a lot more sense. Why I didn't go scientific and I went incentive-based. Please go check that out if you want. Check out how I just picked the workouts that were going to fit in place. It almost builds itself. Lots of other videos. I got my intro to peptide video. I'm about to post my MOTC video, which I'm running MOTC for the first time and experiment on myself during my winter arc. MOTC is supposed to be a peptide that puts your body into a state of where it's burning fat, so you're not doing ketosis, and you don't have to fast to get the same results. It only lasts for a few hours, so you wake up, take it, work out, burn, or basically do some shit to burn energy. The energy being burned is supposed to burn your fat. We'll see by the end of this. I'm experimenting on myself. Check out that video. Just roll with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want, so comment, like, share, at least like. If you made it this far, at least like it, even if you hated it. But like it. Everything helps. Trust me. And check out, I have links in there to my Instagram and everything else. So go for it. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in the Thursday video. Peace.